Okay, here we have a BMW 218i. Yes, that's right. 218i. 2015. And what do we have here? This is actually a Mini Cooper in disguise. Now, here we have a 3-cylinder. Yes, 3-cylinder. 1.8-liter. Now here we have our system, and here we have a high pressure direct injection, I believe. Here's our coil on plug. Now remember, this is 3 cylinders, so I only get 3 coils. 1, 2, 3. And here's our fuel rail and our 3 injectors. Now obviously, with a high pressure direct injection system, I have to have an engine driven, usually off the camshaft, high pressure fuel pump. Here in Bangkok, we oftentimes think about the monsoon and the floods, so anytime you purchase a car in Bangkok, you want to make sure that the air intake is high as possible there within the engine compartment. And here we see the air cleaner cavity, the air cleaner, the mass airflow meter, and there we're going around to the inlet of the compressor of the turbocharger, and then from the compressor of the turbocharger we move forward to the aftercooler, and then from the aftercooler we come around to the throttle body, and then to our plastic intake manifold. This is a manifold absolute pressure sensor. Now I do have a mass airflow meter, so I can measure airflow directly, but I do want to carefully track manifold pressure so I can control turbocharged boost. Now obviously, when I have a turbocharged vehicle, I'm going to have kind of issues with intake manifold vacuum. So normally I'm going to have an engine driven vacuum pump if I have any critical accessory, like for instance a vacuum brake booster for the brake system. This looks like this is for charcoal canister purge, and this is my charcoal canister purge solenoid. So obviously only during conditions of light load where I do have intake manifold vacuum am I going to purge the charcoal canister. And obviously we add some degree of complexity here to our crankcase ventilation system, having to deal with the turbocharged boost. Here we see our alternator. We have a front style, front of the engine here, motor mount. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to isolate the engine there in a rubber bushing to try and reduce the sense of vibration there to the occupants of the vehicle. So here I'm going to go ahead and carefully put the beauty cover back. Obviously when detailing an engine, and it kind of depends on the shop, but some detailers, they want to carefully remove that, wash that separately, and then put it back. And what I'm trying to do is just make sure that my little oil can is oriented correctly. So a Mini Cooper in disguise. Here we see the headlight assemblies, easily removed for service. These are rather expensive gems. Here we see the coolant reservoir bottle, and there's the air bleed. Now I suspect what I'm seeing right here is this is just the cable mechanism for the hood release. And we see the same thing over here. You want to be real careful with these cables, because to shut the hood without the ability to release the catch is a major problem. Usually when you do that, you have to remove this plastic inner fender well and come in on the side. But at least you can do that here on this vehicle, and we can do it here on this side too.